Hello and welcome to another FillQuick tutorial video. And in this video, we're going to be discussing service tickets. So to start, you will have existing customers in your database. And let's just say, for example, down the road, a customer is calling in named Doris, and she's having an issue with her backdoor sensor. So here on the upper left-hand side of your FillQuick site, you'll see there's a customer name field. This is a quick search tool to pull up your customer database. So let's type in the customer's name. She says her name is Doris. Doris, may I get your last name? And she says it's Arnold. So we know we're talking to the right customer. We click over here. And now what we see is the tags that are already on this customer. But she says, I'm having an issue with my back door. You see up here, there's a services tab. Let's click on this. And as we click on that, the first thing to note is that there was a previous service work done on this customer. And this was the technician's name. It was December the 20th of 2017. And also I want to note that the technician finalized it and everything's, he got paid on the job. Here you can click on the details or open it in a brand new tab. And we can take a look what the technician did in the past. So that's a way of quickly pulling what the previous tech did. But let's just say, for example, this customer saying, I'm having an issue with my back door and the back door sensor fell off. I'm going to need somebody to come out to my property. So here on the upper right-hand side, we have this new service ticket button. Let's click on it. And instantly it pulls up the service page. So the first thing we're going to want to do is write down the issue. Ma'am, what's going on? Back door sensor fell off. Okay, and when did you like a technician to come out to your property? I'm talking with Doris, and Doris says, what do you have available for tomorrow? I can click on the calendar and choose tomorrow, and instantly it pulls up tomorrow's techs, installs, and services on this calendar. So let's just say I have a technician near you, and I can get you installed, well, serviced between 10 and 12 o'clock. I would just drag and drop between 10 and 12, click OK, and now we're going to prep the technician to be going to this job. But before we actually create the service ticket, let's explain a little bit more. Here you have an option to upsell your customers, and maybe perhaps you start off by saying, we're going to charge $65 for a tech to show up, but did you also note that we have smoke detectors on sale right now? Let's type in smoke detectors. And let's choose one. By default, if you set retail amounts, they'll automatically populate. It doesn't mean you can't change it. So let's just say it's $190 you want to charge this customer for that. And maybe perhaps you tell them, hey, would you like a key fob? Because those are on sale as well now. And it's $45. She says, yes, we can add that. One thing to note is here on equipment charges, you can also select is taxable, and it'll instantly tell you the total taxes amount, and the same with your labor and trip charge. If I click this, I can instantly tell the customer the total is $304.94 for your smoke detector, your key fob remote control, and for the trip charge for your technician to show up. And if you wanted to charge taxes even on that, you just select this, and I can get an updated total of $306.30. So let's create the service ticket. Okay, so now the service ticket is created. A couple things happened. Number one, the technician got notified. He has a brand new service to go to tomorrow, and it's placed on his dashboard. But also there's $306.30 that is pending to be collected at your company. So instantly, if I'm with the customer on the phone, I can head over to the payment info tab. And here, as you'll see, the status switched to partially charged because in the past we charged this customer and she already paid $296.35. But you know, there's a remaining balance. And if I see the breakdown of the fees, I'll see it's for this service ticket for the $65 and the amount we're collecting on this equipment. So if I want to charge this right away on the spot, I can by clicking partially charged and choose the MasterCard on file. And maybe I even want an email to go out to this customer like, thank you for your business. And let's add the payment. Okay, now that the payment has been added and successfully charged, the technician got notified. Let's log out and log in from the technician to show you exactly how the tech would see Doris Arnold on his dashboard. Okay, so I'm logged in as the technician, and as you see, we organized today's jobs and tomorrow's jobs on the technician's dashboard, which is updated in real time, and it's very nice to keep it nice and clean and organized. If a tech had jobs that are scheduled further past tomorrow, you would just click on this See All My Jobs, and he would have a list view of all the upcoming jobs that he has as well. But as you see, the service for Doris Arnold is sitting over here for tomorrow's jobs. Now, this is a demo server, so for demo's sake, let's just go into this customer as if it was today. And the first thing you're going to want to note is this technician who got assigned to this job has a service history tab. Now in this service history, if he clicks on it, he'll see the previous service work that was done on this customer, the technician's name, and as well what happened and what the technician did on the previous job, the previous service job. And the reason why is because maybe he can better diagnose the current problem that the customer's happening based on maybe perhaps what the previous technician did. So that's for service history. If I go back to the general info page and I am wanting to get over to this customer's house, if I was on an iPhone, an Android, a tablet that has access to data connection, I can click on view address on the map and instantly it'll open up in Google Maps no matter where I'm at. I can push this button over here and instantly get to the customer's property. Now, let's just say we're at this customer's property and we need to finalize this service ticket as the technician. Because I'm logged in as this technician, I would just click on this finalize service. And now we're brought to this page. The first thing it's asking is, did you go to the site? If I click on yes here, this means the technician, as I went to the job site to fix some issues. If the technician went to the site equals no, well, maybe perhaps you don't want to pay your technicians on service tickets that they fix over the phone. Well, that's how it basically filters from there. So here, since we're saying the technician went to the job site equals yes, and we need to add this extra equipment, perhaps I take a look at the back door and I see it is faulty. So the first thing here under removed equipment, I'm going to remove, it's a door contact and it's the 5816 and the quantity is going to be 1. Let's add that. And I do need to take a brand new one off my truck and it is a door. So I'm also adding a 5816. So in this case, and I'm not going to be charging anything for it because it's covered under the warranty, let's just say, but I'm going to be adding one of these 5816s and I'm going to be removing a 5816. Now, one thing to note here is inventory that's being removed is added back to the technician's truck. So if you wanted to track this inventory item as a used inventory item, you can create under your inventory items, an inventory called door window sensor dash used, for example. If you wanted to track in a different bucket, somewhat to say, that these of which the equipments that he's removing are removed inventories and see it in that actual item, you can do that as well. But for the most part, since we're adding one here and we're taking one door contact away, what's going to happen is when you do your inventory counts with your technicians, well, you're going to actually see that the technician has the right amount of door contacts. Now, he'll show you that he has one that's been removed, and you can go back to the service ticket if you did want to validate that that is true, but you can also see that, yes, that indeed was removed from an actual technician's truck on a service ticket. So let's go and finalize the service ticket, but before I do, maybe I want to write a note, like the customer's happy with me finalizing and installing that backdoor contact. Okay, finalize the service ticket. And now that I finalize this service ticket, the office will see it in the accounts that are waiting to pay the technicians on. So it'll be prepped for the financial administrator to do that. So let's log out of this user and go back in as that inventory administrator. Okay, so now that I'm logged in as the inventory administrator, if I do want to go to inventory, and I want to go to the logs, I'll be able to see here if I were to go to, for example, the technician and choose that technician, show the logs. What it's going to show me is that service that I did for Doris Arnold. Now, one thing to keep in mind here when you're looking at this service ticket is, as you'll see, remember, we added a smoke detector. We also added a key fob. So it's saying, for example, the smoke detector, I had 4 on my truck, I installed 1, and the new quantities 3. A question we get asked is, wait a second, didn't we add a door contact and 1 was removed? Yes, since we added 1 and it was removed, it's not going to show here because we're technically adding 1 to the job and then it's coming back to the technician as well. So it kind of washes out itself. In all reality, obviously the technician's truck is going to be up to date because remember, we took 1 out of our inventory and then we also added it directly to that customer. Now, if you wanted to see, for example, Doris Arnold, this customer over here, what happened on that service, you can always go into the customer, type in Doris, and let's go into Doris Arnold over here. And we have this service like we started off. And as you see directly over here, the technician did finalize it. Was he paid on it? No, he was not paid. So let's go over to the details. And as you see directly over here, he added this 5816 and he removed that product directly over here. So if he did have a product that was a used product and he said, yes, this is from that customer, for example, Doris, you can go in and validate that. Well, thank you so much for watching this FillQuick tutorial video. Again, if you have any questions, please do feel free to reach out to our support team, support@fillquick.com. And once again, make it a wonderful, amazing, great day.